To make money, okay. To make money, okay. What else? What is purpose of a business?
To fulfill the demand of customer.
To fulfill the demand of customer, right? And please remember, ये जो क्वेश्चन मैं आपसे पूछ रहा हूँ ना, ये क्वेश्चन नहीं है, ये पावर है. अगर ये क्वेश्चन का आंसर दिमाग में बैठ जाए तो आप मान के चलिए कि 99% of problems of your business will solve by itself. This will also help you how to take a decision. So to fulfill the demand of the customer, okay, very good, yes.
Create a value for customer.
Create the value, yes.
Yeah, create a value.
Okay, very good. What else? What is purpose of a business?
Meaningful occupation of life.
Meaningful occupation of life, yes, of course. What else?
Turnover of money.
Turnover of money, okay. What else? One more.
Inputs and outputs.
And
Inputs and outputs.
inputs and outputs, okay. One more. What is purpose of a business? What is purpose of a
Profit
business?
generation.
Profit. Now let me tell you, friends. अगर आपको लगता है कि एक बिजनेस का पर्पस प्रॉफिट बनाना है, you are completely wrong. If you think that the purpose of a business is to make profit, you are completely wrong. And why do I say this? I say this because, number one, if purpose of a business was to make profit, you will not hear of a company called Apple. Why? Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak, the founders of Apple, started making profit in the very first year of their operations. They would have said, purpose of a business is to make profit, we have made profit, purpose is achieved, let us close the business. If purpose of a business was to make profit, you would not hear of a company called Google. Why? Sergey Brin and Larry Page, the founders of Google, started making profit in the second year of their operations, and they would have said, purpose of a business is to make profit, we have made profit, purpose is achieved, let us close the business. And if the purpose of a business was to make profit, remember, you would not hear of a company called Tata's, the group called Tata's. Why? Jamsetji Tata, the founder of Tata Group, made huge profit from his textile business and from his export business. And he would have said that the purpose of a business is to make profit, we have made profit, purpose is achieved, let us close the business. So please remember, if you think that the purpose of a business is to make profit, you are completely wrong. And why you are completely wrong? Because making profit in business is non-negotiable. Making profit in business is compulsory. Making profit in business is mandatory. Making profit in business is not a matter of choice. अगर आप बिजनेस में हो तो प्रॉफिट तो आपको कमाना ही कमाना है. So please remember, purpose, something that you have to do, it is not the purpose, right? Purpose is something that other than what you have to do. अब देखिए बहुत सिंपल सी बात है. We eat food. Is the purpose of life eating food? And the answer is no. But food you still have to eat. And likewise, please remember, purpose of a business is not to make profit. Profit you have to earn in the business. Then the question is, what is purpose of a business? And the purpose of a business is very simple, and that is to create value. To create value. Doesn't really matter as to where you are, what business you are in, what service or the product or the whatever you do in your business. It doesn't really matter कि आपकी कंपनी छोटी है कि बड़ी है कि मीडियम साइज है, कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ता है. If you are in business, you better make profit, but you have to create value. So the purpose of a business is to create value. I'm sure all of you must be getting a question in your mind. What is the meaning of creating value? And let me tell you, friends, answer of course is very simple. The meaning of the purpose, and that is to create value, is very simple, and that is to make this world a better place to live today than what it was yesterday. And that is the purpose of a business. So अगर मैं आपको थोड़ा सा modify करके बोलूँ तो मैं आपको कहूँगा, purpose of a business is to create value by making profit. Are you with me? Are you with me, right? So purpose of a business is to create value by making profit, or make profit by creating value. Please remember, if you are in business, if you are not creating value, be rest assured you will not be in business for a very long time. If you are in business and you are not making profit, be rest assured that you will not be in business for a long time. It is as simple as that. Today, the whole world is talking about corporate governance. The whole world is talking about ESG, environment, society, governance. The whole world is talking about triple bottom line, planet, people, profit. Now, what all that is nothing but create value. And let me tell you, friends, why answering this question makes our life easy. Very simple. I was with a group called ArcelorMittal, and I had good fortune of working with this group, which is owned by Mr. Lakshmi Nivas Mittal, the steel tycoon of the world. ArcelorMittal is world's largest steel and mining company. And when I joined them, I realized that ArcelorMittal the group became $100 billion just in about 25-30 years. And you know how did it become so big? It became so big because what Mr. Mittal did, Mr. Mittal bought companies all over the world. पूरी दुनिया में उन्होंने स्टील के प्लांट खरीदे, अमेरिका में, रशिया में, एशिया में, अफ्रीका में, यूरोप में, सेंट्रल अमेरिका में, नॉर्थ अमेरिका में, सब जगह में. And one day, question when I was working with them, a question struck me. How would Mr. Mittal take a decision of acquiring a company? Kazakhstan में steel plant है, Ukraine में steel plant है, they bought there, and I would think, how would he take a decision कि ये plant purchase करना चाहिए कि नहीं करना चाहिए? And then I realized the answer was very simple, and the answer was what Mr. Mittal will do. Mr. Mittal will look at the plant, ask his team to put numbers in place, and then he will ask, if I purchase this plant, am I going to create value or am I going to not create value? So if he would come to a conclusion that by purchasing this plant, I am going to create value, what he would do? He would buy that actually. If he comes to a conclusion that if I purchase this plant, I am not going to create value, what decision would take? I will not purchase it.
Is it at the cost of profit also?
No, let's. So remember, it means what? It means every one of us, if we have to take a decision in a business, and if we are in a dilemma, कि करूँ कि नहीं करूँ, how do I find the answer? I find the answer by questioning myself. If I do this, will I create value or will I destroy value? If the answer that you get कि अगर मैं ऐसा करता हूँ, it will help me create more value, then you do it. And अगर आपको लगता है कि नहीं अगर मैं करूँगा, तो I am not going to create value, rather I am going to destroy value. And then would you decide to do it? And the answer is no. So this is how the first thing that we have to remember, and that is the purpose of a business, and that is to create value. By the way, मैं आपको ये भी बता दूँ, चलते चलते, if you are in business, the least that you can do, if you are in business, you better make profit, and if you are not able to make profit, least that you can do is to hand that business over to someone who can make profit out of it. और आपकी जानकारी के लिए बता दूं, आज तो हिंदुस्तान में एक कानून है जिसको बोलते हैं इंसॉल्वेंसी एंड बैंक्रप्सी कोड. And you know what is insolvency and bankruptcy code is all about? This insolvency and bankruptcy code 2016 is कि अगर आप बिजनेस में हैं और अगर आप प्रॉफिट नहीं बना रहे हैं, इसका मतलब आप आपके लेंडर्स को पे नहीं कर रहे हैं, आप आपके क्रेडिटर्स को पे नहीं कर रहे हैं. इसका क्या मतलब है? इसका मतलब ये है कि ये कंपनी आपके पास में नहीं रहेगी. This company will go to someone who will make profit out of it. And I'm sure you will know many examples. There used to be a company called SR Steel. SR Steel, thousands of lakhs of crores of investment, was owned by Ruiyas. What Ruiyas did, ruined this company. And today, who is the owner of this company? Not Ruiyas, but Mr. Lakshmi Nivas Mittal and Nippon Steel together. So you have a company called Ruchi Soya. What Ruchi Soya was doing, not making profit. Now the owners of Ruchi Soya are no longer there. Now this company is owned by Baba Ramdev, right? Everybody knows. Bhushan Steel company was owned by Singhals, Now this company is not owned anymore by Singles. Singles are in jail today. This company is owned by Tata Steel and now it is merged with Tata Steel. So that is one thing that we all need to remember, and that is purpose of a business. And what is purpose of a business? It is to create value. Ask yourself, am I creating value in my business or am I not creating value in my business? And when you are right, it is not at the cost of the profit. और याद रखिए, अगर आप प्रॉफिट नहीं बना रहे हैं तो आप मान के चलिए आप वैल्यू क्रिएट नहीं कर रहे हैं, बिकॉज प्रॉफिट तो बनाना ही पड़ेगा. You are in business not for charity. You are in business for creating value, and for that you have to make profit. Point number 2, we talk about EBITDA. अब देखिए हम में से